Well, good morning and happy Friday to you. Yep, I'm outside now, and this is when I would highly recommend you do so as well. It is sticky already, and boy, do we have some hot days ahead, which we're going to talk to Beckett more about here in just a second. Heading into the weekend, some of the kiddos already went back to school, so parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, let me know how it's been the last day or so. And then are the kids excited to go back? A little leery, a little scared? A lot of the children are going back to school next week. So we'll talk about that. We also have an incredible segment for you today. How many of you are willing to get out of your comfort zone when it comes to eating? I highly recommend you do so. And this weekend is a great opportunity for that. It's the Taste of St. Louis. And today, I'm going to introduce you to some African cuisine that is delicious. I didn't even know this place existed. So if you come into St. Louis, you're not from our area, put this on your list. It's called FuFu and Sauce. Yeah, a fun name to say, right? We're not only going to talk to the owner of FuFu and Sauce, we are also going to talk to the organizer of Taste of St. Louis. And did you know there's a benefiting charity to the Taste of St. Louis? And that is the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is an incredible organization. And we're going to focus on the one that's in Missouri and Kansas. We'll sprinkle in some news throughout the show. We'll do a little sports news as well. And I've got a giveaway for you, a 1-year membership. Yes, 1-year membership to Crunch Fitness. And there are now 3 locations in our area. There are more to come. I've heard possible rumblings of right around Kings Highway area, maybe one around Fenton. Yes, right now there's Florissant and Baldwin and St. Peter. So no strings attached. It is a 1-year membership to you, and that is coming on today's show. So we've got a lot packed in for you. Let's get to how sticky it is out here. Literally, you're all going to say, what the heck is going on with the weather?
Good evening from St. Louis, Missouri, and it is a beautiful one.
And as you see, they're brought to you by GradeWorks LLC. And again, for how hot it is, and I just have to commend him for the work that he does. Mike Vernacey, Mike owns GradeWorks LLC, and he is out doing all the work that you don't want to do, right? The grading work, the excavating work, the roofing work. Mike, we cannot thank you enough for being a part of this segment called What the Weather. As you can see, him hard at work there, whether it is personal or it is maybe your business property. Again, as I mentioned, they were just out on the highway just a few weeks ago doing a lot of incredible work. So remember Mike and remember that website, gradeworksmo.com. That is gradeworksmo.com. All right. It is just the start of our show, and let's welcome them on board. It is our aspiring meteorologist, Beckett Moore. Good morning, my friend. How you doing this morning?
I'm good, but I'm definitely saying what the heck because it's already humid and it's only going to get worse.
No kidding. I'm like, oh my gosh. Here's the thing though. I said it yesterday. So many people are going to shortly say, oh, it's cold, Beckett.
Yeah,
Right? We just can't win
yeah,
here.
for the morning, and then it gets worse.
Yeah. So both of us stepped outside and I was laughing. Beckett, you can hear the beautiful, peaceful birds. Me, I've got a neighbor that's got a basset hound that's going nuts.
Yeah,
The
we
animals
do.
are asking the same thing, Beckett.
Yeah.
So yes, we can feel it sticky. What is the temperature right now?
Yeah, so actually we're already at 78 degrees. On today's graphic, I put 74 degrees for this morning, but actually we are already 4 degrees warmer than that.
As
Yeah,
well. So I was just mentioning that a lot of kids are going to school next week. Some already started this week. You start, is it Monday?
yep, on Monday.
On Monday. Okay, so what plans do you have for your final weekend?
I think I'm gonna go golfing with some friends and then just relax, enjoy the final weekend, maybe just enjoy that final night before school on Saturday night.
Yep. So did you do all of your back to school shopping?
Yes, I have all my stuff.
Got all ready to go. So he's got freshman year out of the way. Now he's going to be a big sophomore. What was your highlight of your summer, Beckett?
I'd say my highlight of the summer was going to Chautauqua over in Illinois where my cottage is and just hang out with my friends there in that community. It was really fun.
And then you also had, this was your first job, wasn't it?
Yeah, at the station stand there. I work there every summer. It's fun.
I love it. Again, he's growing up right in front of our eyes. Well, I hope you have a wonderful final weekend before you start school. And as the kids get ready to go back, let's talk about what it's going to look like here. So, again, he just mentioned it is already a little bit warmer, but let's get into the forecast as we head into the weekend, Beck.
Yeah, so it has been hot pretty much all week, but it's only going to get worse. A heat advisory doesn't go into effect at 12 today and extends through Monday. So today for your high, 95 degrees, sunny skies. Tomorrow for your Saturday, 96 as your high, continuing with those sunny skies as we head into Sunday as well. And Monday, 97. So on these days, definitely want to not be outside as much, drink more water, put on some sunscreen, and yeah, wear the light colored, lightweight clothing, take regular breaks in the shade. So then going back to that 7 day forecast for your Tuesday, we are going to have a high of around 95 degrees with a rain chance, but thankfully come mid next week, we are going to have a very nice cool down. 87 degrees for your high on Wednesday and 86 degrees for your high on Thursday. So we just got to get through this weekend, heading into Monday, and then a nice cool down will come into effect.
Did that dog just get your dog going?
Yes. Yes.
I love it. All right, so some hot days ahead. I'm hoping we can see the end in sight with regards to these sticky days and start to think about fall. But again, not too soon. Still have a little bit of summer left. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. I hope you have an incredible final weekend, and I can't wait to hear how your first day goes. So we'll talk to you again on Monday.
Yes, sounds good. Have a great weekend.
All right, Beckett, you as well. Again, that is Beckett Moore. Isn't he great? So if you're new to the show, he joins us on Mondays and Fridays with that What the Weather segment. And by the way, I just want to start the show today by thanking each and every one of you that tuned in yesterday. And no, a lot of people were like, hey, were you not on? I was. I took that show as soon as it was done and I deleted it from all the platforms. I was so frustrated. And I will tell you, and this is the real raw side of the real Monica Adams, I was defeated. I have to tell you that. I was a little emotional. I was frustrated. There's just so much effort that you put into your projects, right? I don't care what you do for a living, what business you have, your personal side, what you do with your family, but there's so much effort that you put into your projects and you want it to be exactly as you're hoping it to be, right? So yesterday, I just felt so defeated and I was trying to come on and talk to you about the belief in oneself and when others around you don't believe in you, how do you keep forging forward? Well, here's what happened to me yesterday. Got done with the show, and I don't know if for those of you that didn't tune in, we had issues with regards to the video. We had issues with regards to the audio kind of stuttering. And it was so frustrating because I had such a powerful show that was inside of my heart that I wanted to deliver. So, you know what? Evidently, it wasn't meant to be yesterday. It's evidently going to be to come. Maybe for next week on a future Wellness Wednesday, maybe that's where we put it. But yeah, it was so frustrating because there were so many silly issues that were happening. And so I felt defeated. How many of you go through that in life? I felt defeated and then I let it put me in a funk. And I was so frustrated because this is where I tell you, you own it on your own. I felt this funk for about a good 3 to 4 hours. And then I was telling my husband, I was driving to go personal train Ruby Lee. A lot of you know this country music sensation. She's going to be at the Ryman, by the way, with Postmodern Jukebox performing next Thursday. There are still tickets available to see Ruby Lee. And, you know, I went out to train her. And as I was driving, I looked at the clock and I saw 11:11. Immediately, I saw that as a sign. Said a prayer and just said, put me back on course. Let's do this. You know, let's focus. Let's not give in to, a lot of people will say the enemy, right? Let's not give in to the enemy. That's what was trying to happen to me yesterday. And then guess what? About 2 hours later, I saw 1:11 on the clock, kept seeing signs. And then last night, and I put one of these on my stories, then I just kept liking and loving galore. Every single message on social media had to do with the uncomfortable place right now that he's putting you is because he's got something bigger ahead. There were so many messages. I got chills. There's so many messages that were around that it was absolutely nuts. So I just want to say thank you for all of you that were on with us yesterday, dealing with the craziness and all the kindness. And again, that's the biggest thing that I ask at every show, right? All the kindness that you all showed me yesterday, right back at you today. I give it to you each and every day. But yesterday, boy, what a community you were. I cannot thank you enough because you truly helped me get out of that about 2 or 3 hour funk that I had. And I made sure that the rest of the day was salvage. In fact, Jim and I went to see La Cage aux Faux last night at the Muni. It was sticky and hot, but I will say the fans that they have, and if you come into St. Louis, you've never been to the Muni at Forest Park, you got to go. They're actually wrapping up next week, the final show of the summer, Jersey Boys. So be sure to get your tickets for that. That's going to be a great finale. Jersey Boys, the opening night, by the way, is on Tuesday. So looking forward to that. Le Cage aux Faux wrapped up last night. And if you are familiar with the movie Birdcage, with Hank Azaria and Robin Williams, et cetera, that movie is based on Le Cage aux Faux. So there were a lot of standing ovations that took place, big voices. And I just loved right before they went to the intermission singing the song, I am what I am. And it was just really powerful. And the applause went on for a long, long time. So congratulations. And I got to say, the costumes were amazing. And I gave them major props because with how hot and sticky it is, they were in full on huge fur coats, dancing and flipping and doing cartwheels and somersaults. I was like, you go. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, you missed out. If you did, let me know what you thought of it. All right, we got more and more of you coming on. So here, do me a favor. Start to text and maybe, send some emails, call your friends and family, tell them we're on. And very clear today, we are on The Real Monica Adams Show on multiple platforms. In fact, we even added one today. So it's Facebook and LinkedIn, YouTube and X, Rumble and Instagram, as we always tell you. But today we also are on Twitch. So we're going to be bringing more and more platforms on board. I say good morning to each and every one of you that are on. I see your good mornings. This is your show. So feel free to talk to your community. And as I ask you, if you are ever getting out of your comfort zone, I want you to tell me, as you watch this incredible Taste of St. Louis Foodie Friday that we have, how far out of your comfort zone have you gotten when it comes to eating food? What's the craziest thing? How about I ask you that question? Just start dropping some comments in for me. What's the craziest food you've ever eaten? Okay, that'll be a fun thing that we'll do while we're involved in this Foodie Friday. Craziest thing that you've ever eaten, okay, that you thought you wouldn't. Some people will say, oh, crawfish, and actually sucking the head. I've eaten alligator. I have eaten frog legs. I've had shark. I'm going to think about this. What's the craziest thing? I bet you there's crazier ones. But I also want you to think of other cuisines when it comes to the way you always eat. So do you always eat the same? You eat Mexican food, you eat Italian food. Have you had African cuisine? Well, today we're going to introduce you to that, okay? Let's see. Rose just said, just that you can get your man to the Muni is a miracle for me. Oh, gosh, Jim loves the arts. Jim and I love, in fact, it's probably one of our favorite date nights is going to the Muni. This summer, unfortunately, we haven't had a chance to do it, but we're hoping we can salvage maybe Tuesday. I got to give major props to people that did go out and do what we love, which is to pack the picnic and then have a nice dinner, have a nice bottle of wine before the Muni. There were people doing it, but I felt it was a little too sticky. So we've got one final night. We're going to go on Tuesday to see Jersey Boys, and I'm hoping that we can have that date night. So yeah, Rose, come on, introduce your man to it. We have our Taste of St. Louis Foodie Friday coming up for you, so don't go anywhere. I do want to say with us pool, trying to get it crystal clear. This is the weekend I get to focus on why in the heck we've got so much algae. I should have asked Beckett about that. It's been a rough summer trying to keep it clear, at least for us. You tell me if you have a pool, if it's been the same. Just Pools is our wonderful sponsor, and they are doing incredible work. In fact, they said more and more people are looking to put pools in 2026. So 3987 West Outer Road South. Remember that. That's their address. They're in Arnold, Missouri, and they can put in a pool that looks like this, or you design it. You dream it up. And again, all the things you need around the pool. I bought these two cool Adirondack chairs from them. It caught my attention. They had this really pretty blue one. We ended up getting a kind of tan, chocolate brown, really beautiful combination. Just Pools also has all the chemicals that you need. Remember them and call them at 636-464-7110. And if you want to partner that up with a hot tub, we've got your friends at Spas and More that can do just that as we start to go from summer into the fall and winter. That's when I start thinking of hot tubs and swim spas and your cold plunges and your saunas. Well, they've got it all right there at Spas and More. Where are they located? They're located in Sunset Hills. Check them out at Spas and More STL or on the website spasandmorestl.com. Just two of our many sponsors that are on with our Real Monica Adams show, and more to come. Have you heard JG Optimal Wellness? She is the latest. She's on with us every other Monday now with Medical Monday, and I've got a couple more I can't wait to introduce to you. We'll be announcing that coming up next week. All right, it is 7:15. We're going to get into the show. We're going to sprinkle in some little news. I didn't see a lot in the news today. I do want to let you know if you're looking for something to do and you're spontaneous this weekend, the Cards are in action at Busch. They're playing the Yankees. First pitch tonight, by the way, is at 7:15. And if you're wondering what's on tap today, National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. I love that. National Leather Craft Day. And here's what I want you to do, even though it's hot and sticky, National Relaxation Day. So whether you do that outside or you just relax inside with a good book, listening to some good music, today's your day to relax and be at peace and believe and focus. All right. This show is all about getting you in that calm state. So welcome aboard. It is time for us to get into a Foodie Friday. And we have just loved our chefs and restaurants that have come on with us. Again, if you have a restaurant or chef you'd like for us to feature, shoot me an email at info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com, and would love to get them on. We've got some really cool ones coming up in the next several weeks. Excited for all of this. And I'm excited for one of you. We're going to give away a 1-year membership to Crunch Fitness, one of our national sponsors. If you haven't gotten into the drawing yet, you've got about 30 minutes to put in the comments that you want to be in the drawing. No strings attached. It is a 1-year free membership, which is incredible, to you to get yourself in great shape. Okay. And you can pick the location that's best for you right now, and eventually more to come. So Florissant, St. Peter's, and Baldwin, that's where you can go right now. Again, I've got a lot of you already that are in the drawing. We've got 30 minutes for you to say, I'm in, I want to get in the best shape of my life. If you want to be in the drawing, just drop it in the comments and I'll see that. We will be giving away a 1-year membership right after our Foodie Friday. Good morning and welcome into another Foodie Friday. We are absolutely loving these segments, and I really do believe in the last 2.5 years, this has become one of my favorites. We are at the beautiful demo kitchen at Slyman Brothers Appliances in West County. Let me introduce my friends, and I'm excited about what we're making today, and you may have never had this before, so then you get a chance to go to her restaurant. We're talking about FuFu and Sauce, which is going to be represented at Taste of St. Louis. Adjo Honsou.
That's right.
Thank you so much, first of all, because this turned around in a 24-hour time period. This is how craziness happens. So thank you for making this happen.
Thanks.
And I love it because I'm now being introduced to your restaurant I didn't know about.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about a food truck and a brick and mortar.
That's right.
Wait for that. The man who's been putting it all together for us, Chuck Justus. Chuck, you are the coordinator behind Taste of St. Louis, and he and I were talking on the phone. 30 years, Chuck?
This is the 30th year. I will tell you, I have not held the reins for 30 years. Thank the Lord for that. But no, this is the 30th year, and we're super excited about all the new stuff that's happening this year.
That's incredible, and I really was trying to think about it. I've been to so many of them, and I told Chuck, I don't know, I may have been to all of them because I've been in this business for 32.5 years. I know I've done a lot of features on them. If you've never been in Clayton, and we'll talk about all the restaurants. We also have a very exciting thing, and we're going to introduce Mike Mattingly here in just a little bit from Make-A-Wish Foundation, which I didn't know. Make-A-Wish is one of the charitable partner with you. Has that always been tied to Taste of St. Louis?
No, this will be the first year that we've been able to work with Make-A-Wish. I will tell you that we've always wanted to use this festival. The folks that own Taste of St. Louis Festival, none of us take a paycheck from the festival. So we want to use it to do good in the community. And so this year, Make-A-Wish was just the perfect fit, and it's been a great partnership.
And I can't wait to talk to you about what Make-A-Wish is all about. Some of you may think you know. A lot of you have probably always heard that the kids were terminal. I think that's one of the biggest things we have to get across. But we're going to talk about Missouri and Kansas and how they benefit. So all that's coming up. Let's talk about FuFu first. First of all, it's just fun to say FuFu and Sauce.
Yes.
So you started how long ago?
FuFu and Sauce is 2.5 years old.
Happy birthday 2.5 years later.
Thank you. We started in the festival scene in the St. Louis community, really, as a pop-up. Okay. So FuFu and Sauce I brought to life because I'm from Togo, West Africa, and St. Louis has a really depravity in West African cuisine. And so I'm a believer in being the change you want to see. And so I have my grandmother's recipes in hand, and we're feeding the St. Louis community.
And I was reading up like crazy about you last night and looking at FuFu itself, saying, well, what's FuFu? So if we try to liken it to something, mashed potatoes?
That's perfect.
Okay.
So I tell people all the time, if like West Africa had more potatoes, FuFu might just be like a very firm mashed potatoes. So FuFu for us, it's ubiquitous in West Africa. Different countries will make it differently. Like Ghanaians use more cassava. In Togo, in Nigeria, and places like that, we use more of yam root. But typically in my restaurant, we use plantain because it's gluten-free and a lot of people have gluten allergies. And so that was just a one-stop shop for us.
It is really crazy. My brother has celiac, and he was diagnosed many years ago before anybody even knew what the heck it was. So he was looking back then for restaurants that he could go out to eat, and he used to feel like, I just feel so stupid asking. And back then it was, he wouldn't go out at all. Now I love places like you and others that cater to that. I mean, it's not like, so many people have made it like a fad. Ooh, I want to be gluten-free. And he's like, no, why?
Right.
We have an actual issue here. So gluten-free, and this is also a vegan dish we're making.
So today we're making some fried plantains, and I brought the plantains here. We're also making some black eyed peas. Both dishes are completely vegan. I tell people all the time in their introduction to West African food, a lot of people think West African food is just meat heavy, but that's not the case. Most of our meal can be made with or without meat. So all of these right here, if you want to add protein to it, of course you can. You can add fish, chicken or beef or anything you want. But the baseline of it, it's vegan dishes.
And look at the colors. We were all talking about, she was prepping all this before we went on. It just looks beautiful. And again, this screams health to me, which I love.
Very much so.
If you're just tuning in, a Foodie Friday, Simon Brothers Appliances, West County on Manchester. Don't you love this kitchen as a chef?
Listen, I walked in here, I said, do they give this as part of, like, can I, you'll get a kitchen tomorrow at your house.
You get a kitchen, you get a kitchen.
No, but as a chef, this is a dream. This is such a dream.
This is a steam oven.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
It's
and then
lovely.
the coffee maker.
Yes.
So Wolf, Sub-Zero, Cove, some of the most incredible appliances. When it's time for you to purchase, again, do us a favor and support those that support us. Yes. So we've been having such a great time. This is, again, the West County location. Come on in and look at some appliances for you. We're going to talk more about what we're going to make here, and we're going to get all of us to work. Put me to work if you want to put me to work.
I'm going to put you to some work because I have 2 burners going right now. So in this burner right now, we just have some oil, right? Some oil. I turn it on so it can start getting nice and warm. So here we're gonna make the fried plantains in this spot. The black eyed peas are gonna be here. So I'm gonna have you cut some plantains for us. Would that be something that you listen? Yes. I think
when you do your fried plantains, does it matter what kind of oil we're using?
So I typically use vegetable oil. And that's what we also use at the restaurant because of peanut allergies. But the cooking oil itself doesn't. You can use canola oil, you can use peanut oil, the only thing I don't recommend is olive oil. It's just heavier. So you want and it's just a waste of money too. I feel like frying in olive oil, you're wasting money. So regular oil is completely fine. If you're not an oil person though, you can also air fry plantains.
We were just talking about air frying the other day.
I'm telling you, air frying would definitely save. That's very true.
Look,
that's very true.
I said we're like soul sisters. By the way, she's dear friends with someone who, 2 people we've had on the show in the past, and probably even more. But Yarrow, do you all remember Yarrow? She did the Black Creatives in the Lou. I started researching, didn't realize she was also in the fashion scene. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. And she was a dear friend, and she dressed one of my best friends that we lost, unfortunately, a beautiful soul, Tammy Holland.
Absolutely.
And I remember complimenting an outfit she had on, and then realized it all came back. They say 7, 6, 8 degrees of separation.
That's right.
Like 2.
Yes, absolutely.
So we'll talk more about FuFu. And again, FuFu and Sauce, where you can find them besides the festival. Check the festival. It's kicking off actually today at 4 o'clock until 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock
and
tonight.
Then Saturday and Sunday also, 11 to 10 and then 11 to 6.
You're good. Look at you.
Yes. All got it going.
Awesome.
Yes.
So what, for people who have never been before, what can they expect?
So there's 30 plus restaurants there, and I was just looking at the menus, and there's everything from like lobster rolls to tacos to I mean, everything Adjo's bringing.
To
I mean,
FuFu?
Yes,
Yes.
to FuFu. So, and it's great because I met her a few years ago. I have a business where I do electric for some of these festivals,
Right.
and I plugged in your things, and we got
Yes.
talking. And next thing you know, I
Yes.
spent like an hour
Yes.
talking to her, and so
Chuck said right away,
I-
because again, we were scrambling to find a chef since our chef fell ill and made this happen. Wanted to talk about the
Yeah.
festival coming up this weekend. And he said, I have the perfect person
Yep.
for you. You're going to
Yep.
fall in love with her, which happened in like
she's
2 minutes.
she's super cool. So there's also just the different drink options there. One of the things I'm really excited about, I mean, obviously there's all the great, Modelo and Schlafly will be there.
Right.
There's going to be Narwhals is there. That's such a fan favorite.
Yep.
I can't believe the line for Narwhals. It's just like
Joe, I'm supposed to be doing that.
I know, but you're busy,
right,
so I gotta help a little
Well, we never
bit. Yes. Liz.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, so you're
Slide.
just sliding it. You're just making sure that they're about the same increments apart. Look at that.
Oh, is that better?
Listen,
Oh, that one
you
wasn't.
got this. You got
Adjo was
this.
doing a better job, I'm going to say. So
Chuck,
Just
how do you
saying.
spell FuFu?
I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so. It is
Okay,
the letters
perfect.
FU
And then same
and
way.
FU. So it's
Okay, once again, if you're just tuning in, it is a Foodie Friday. We're having a blast here. This is FuFu and Sauce owner Adjo Honsou, and then Chuck Justus. We're talking about taste of St.
St.
Louis.
Louis,
So you're
yes.
talking about food, 35.
So I think, there's like 35 restaurants there. And again, I was looking at the menu and it's just like amazing, all the different stuff there. And I think that's the best part of Taste of St. Louis. I mean, there's a lot of, taste of events in the area. And one of the things I would say is what's unique is this isn't just, St. Louis City or St. Louis County. These are people from all over the region. It's not just,
Is it across the river in Illinois?
yeah,
also?
absolutely. And it's just not just one, location or anything. It has nothing to do with location. It has to do with the area. And this, just like when I met Adjo, it's just like, you don't even know that this exists. And what's crazy is I don't cook like this in my home. I don't know how to make this dish. So
A few more.
yeah, you got room. Keep going. So
Yes, as long as
But
They're going in a hot tub.
it is so
Yes,
great because
precisely.
I didn't grow up, eating this kind of food. But then when I try it, I love it, and it's just it's almost frustrating because it's like I've been missing out for an awful long time on wonderful dishes like this. So that's what I love about the festival. It's
Because you get a chance to get introduced to so many different
oh my,
cultures.
and every restaurant offers what they call a taste. So it's a small option. It's a small plate, if you will, of their signature dish. And
So what are you having, Adjo?
so
Is this what you're having at the festival?
yes.
Okay.
So at the festival, we definitely always bring our fried plantains.
Okay.
We're gonna have our taste bite.
Yep.
What in the spice war is actually like our plantains as well. It's in there, so you get to try the samplers of the plantains. We're gonna have our award-winning recipe, our oxtail, which is what we won the Great American Recipe with, and
when
is
to get
our
to
number
that.
one
Yeah.
seller.
Yes, she is the winner. Not just won, but she won.
Yes.
Oxtail. which
Yes.
I've never had.
Oh my
before.
goodness. If you've never had oxtail and you want to try oxtail, FuFu and Sauce should definitely be your introduction to oxtail.
That's awesome.
I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
And of course, you want to pair that with our velvety smooth fufu that we make out of plantain. And you can get that at Taste of St. Louis, starting today. We're there from 5 p.m. We're there tomorrow. We're there Sunday. We're there every single day. And we make sure that we're replenishing so you don't have to worry about,
out.
running out or showing up late and you don't have any
Oh, it's
food.
gonna be plenty
Which is-
busy.
Yes,
She'll
it's
be busy.
always so busy that we always make sure there's a runner between the kitchen and the festival.
How many people do you expect over the 3 days?
So we have had, this year being a little larger, I expect probably in the 50 to 80,000. Yeah, over the course of the weekend.
a
So
lot of
the
food.
weather looks
Yes.
great for the weekend. So I expect we'll be on the upper end.
yeah, it's starting to come down a little bit. It's been so
Yeah.
oppressively hot. You want that for these festivals.
Well,
right?
it's summer, right? It's
Yeah.
St. Louis. It's summer. This is what it is. But forget that. Just come out and enjoy some. I mean, you're supporting people like Adjo is
Small
just
business,
unbelievable.
Yes,
Small business.
yes,
And that's one of the
absolutely.
reasons. I mean, I got into this
Absolutely.
festival not to make money because there's no money in a festival, but there is to meet people like her,
There's
to be able
community.
to bless people like her, to be able to just do, just to be able to help others, help small businesses. it just gets me excited about the whole thing. I forget about all the headaches of running a festival for a few minutes, and I think about just the friendship. Yeah, like I said, I've known her for years. You know, the couple of years that she's been out doing festivals, and it's just, you know, whenever you said you were looking for somebody, and she was the first person I thought of. You know, oh, I know, yeah,
She's got so much
super cool,
she brings to the room.
super cool.
And then I want to add too, Chuck, the community of vendors, right? Even just
That's true.
between the businesses
Yeah.
that show up every
Yep.
year. You know, it's lifting each other, making sure that we're really forming a community, looking out for each other. Like I've been to tastes where like, I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot my Class K. And somebody's like, oh, I have another one in the truck. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
awesome.
So it's just,
oh, too bad.
yes,
Yeah.
here.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
it's very much a fostered community of like-minded or businesses coming together and just trying to provide something that's unique and different for.
Now,
for the
she
St.
did
Louis
mention
area.
Spice Wars, and we kind of glazed over that for a second.
Yes.
And Spice Wars is our competition that is held there at the festival. And you get to vote for two of your favorites.
Yes.
And there'll be a QR code on the sign of the restaurant. So you'll be able to vote for your favorite restaurants. And it's funny, last year, it got really contentious. I mean, it was just funny how.
You want to win.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
a lot of people. It was really getting really kind of almost a little strange. But to your point, I see the restaurants helping each other.
Yes.
But then they're also competitive.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think that's what's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Again, let me
Absolutely.
reset everything. So Taste of St. Louis, starting today, 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock, Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., Sunday 11 a.m. also to 6 p.m.,
Yep.
right? And then tell them where it's located.
So we're basically, if you point your GPS to 40 South Central,
Okay.
that puts you in that's the big parking lot across from the Justus Center in the county government building there. That's that big parking lot. That's not where everything's at, but it's a good place to start.
Okay.
And then the festival runs up Central to Forsyth, and then we go west on Forsyth, and you'll find the main stage there. And there's great talent there all weekend. There is also a host of vendors right through there that are also some local businesses. There's also food there, just so you know. There's plenty of things to try. There's this thing now, dirty sodas. Are you familiar with that? So there's a vendor there, and I'm curious what it is. I don't know. I'm not into sugary drinks,
No,
but
me either.
it looks interesting. So I want to see more about it. So,
also.
but there's a lot of great vendors there, right there on Forsyth.
So we're gonna go through this again. And we talked in the beginning about the charitable partner, which is Make-A-Wish, and we're gonna bring Mike Mattingly in to talk about that in just a second. Plantains, we're making fried plantains.
Yes.
We didn't get a chance to talk about all the ingredients we have here.
Oh,
so
yes.
For those
So-
that want to try to
Making
make
this
the
at
magic
home. Yes, absolutely. So in this bowl right here, we have 3 color bell peppers. There's a yellow one, the orange one, and the red one. This is just my preference. You can use green ones too if you like. Any kind of peppers that you want to use for sauteing. Also added to the pot is our chopped fresh tomatoes, right? And so in this pot right now, what I'm mixing together is a little bit of oil, about, a quarter of a cup, some of my bell peppers, my tomatoes, and also some chopped green onions, including the green and the onion side. But let me tell you, so this is our seasoned salt. So it's salt and dry carrots and just dry vegetables and things like that. That's what we use for seasoning. But the gold in this dish is our curry.
I love curry.
Is our curry. Okay, so our
how is
FuFu and
your
Sauce
curry?
curry.
Wow.
Yes. So
Who's going to win the spice war?
Listen, I'm gonna just let you take a waft of it. Yes.
Oh.
So West African curry is very different for, say, like Asian curry or Indian curry and things like that. So our curry right now.
Does it have anise in it?
It does have anise in it. It does have anise in it. Okay, look at your
Look at
nose. Are you better? A lot of people don't realize that at all. So it does have anise in it. It has ginger, garlic. It also has
Good.
cardamom. It has anise, of course, and star anise. What our curry does, it gives you a baseline. So when looking into the market and just all the different flavoring available, I feel like people always add a permanent fixture. Like you get it, it's already salty, it's already sweet, it's already spicy. So what makes ours very different, it's a baseline of coating. So you're gonna get your garlic, your ginger, your anise, your cardamom, all of anything that's gonna take the raw feeling out of protein for you and flavor. But it's up to you to salt it, to sweeten it, to spice it. Because I like empowering people to explore in the kitchen. I don't wanna just be like, this is how you do it and do it that way. Giving you a baseline to go off of is definitely what we do.
Well, and a lot of people, they'll go, let's say they take turmeric or they take cardamom or they do a curry, but they overpower it.
Exactly.
Right? And
exactly. Exactly. So this is the black eyed peas. Yes. We have some raw one over here, but I cooked this before we came to save some time. And so then we just mix in.
Steal it.
It smells great.
We just mix
Do you sell this?
Yes, we do sell that actually. So you can buy that on our website, FuFuandsauce.com, or if you stop by our brick and mortar located at 8100 Page Avenue, right at the corner of Page and Midland in U City, 8100 Page. Or even if you Google FuFu and Sauce, Google will show you where we are. We do sell that in the store. We sell it online as well.
Taste of St. Louis?
We would have that at Taste of St. Louis as well. We bring our curry with us. So if you do want to get some at Taste of St. Louis, bring it's $14.99, but it's a big bottle. You get an 8-ounce bottle. And you can use it pretty much on many different things. It works well on vegetables like we're doing today. You can use it on your meat item. I'm going to flip
I'm not a big fan of Indian curry. This is not like that.
No, not at all. It does not.
When did you open your brick and mortar?
The brick and mortar, we opened June 25th. So we are literally in week 8 of operation, and it has been going well. It's going well. We've had a lot of, the benefit for us really was doing so many festivals over the past 2.5 years. What that has done is kind of help our visibility in the St. Louis area. So once we opened and people didn't have to hunt down the food truck anymore, then we had our regular clients coming back to the brick and mortar and visit us and getting some food. So we're excited about that.
Thank you for introducing me,
because
now I cannot wait. I looked on your menu on your website, and I'm salivating. So you have a spicy, is it goat?
Yes.
What's it called?
It's pepper. We have our goat pepper soup.
Goat pepper soup.
And we also have pepper goat. So we will have goat at Taste of St. Louis, but only on Saturday. Only on Saturday, because goat is just one of those meals for us that's very delicate and it takes time and stuff like that. And in the festival scene, Saturday we'll have that. Yes, but our pepper soup, it goes well with our jollof rice, or you can also eat that with fufu for sure. And if you've never had like goat, if you've never really had like diverse food, Taste of St. Louis is a good place to get started because
honestly, you just
so many different varieties.
And start trying things. People might be like, wait, go, just try it. Right? And if you don't like it, fine. So just keep trying more and more and more.
And you know what I would say? As a mommy, what I always tell my kids, if you don't like it, spit it out. If you don't like it, spit it out.
Thank you. You're not like my mom. She made me eat cheese. No. I didn't like it. I'm like, what? It's not regular cheese.
She's like, no, you're going to eat that. But, I feel like people are so kind of timid about offending people and offending cultures and things like that. And so like they might not like something there for the fear of not liking it. They don't even want to try. I'm like, no, I won't be offended. No. I know you're going to like it, first of all.
I was going to say, there's nothing here that looks, this is all amazing.
Yes. So our plantains are good and we need to start taking those out of the oil.
We're going to take these out. We're actually going to take a quick break because we want to introduce you to Mike Mattingly with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Missouri-Kansas chapter. How are they benefiting from Taste of St. Louis? We're going to talk all about that when we return, so don't go anywhere.
When you want to feel good, you work out at Crunch. You don't go here, because here feels bad. But here we help you feel good, feel strong, feel rejuvenated.
Join Crunch Fitness today.
And welcome back to a Foodie Friday. We are having so much fun. There's been a lot of laughter, a lot of education, and a lot of culture already in today's show. So if you missed the beginning part of it, it's the beauty of streaming. You can go back after this, watch the rest of it, and then go back and watch the beginning because we're talking about the Taste of St. Louis, and we're talking about FuFu and Sauce, from a food truck to just opening in June to her brick and mortar, which we really want you to go and support. Yes. Where's the best place, Adjo, for them to follow you on social media?
So we are on Instagram as FuFu and Sauce, just like the brand, FuFu and Sauce. Same Facebook as well, FuFu and Sauce, and we're also on TikTok as FuFu and Sauce. Of course, our website is fufuandsauce.com, and stop by the location.
Yes, come to the location.
You have to come see. We have 10/10 vibes, if I do say so. If I do say
And I'm
so
telling you,
myself.
just go to the website and start looking at the menu and go,
Yes.
wow, I want to try this. If you can get to Taste of St. Louis, try it there. If you can't, go to the brick and mortar. We're making fried plantains today, and we've got some black-eyed peas.
Oh, my
We're going to do a
goodness.
little taste test.
Yes.
If you did tune in and you're like, wait a minute, that's a different guy. It is. This is Mike Mattingly. Mike is with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and you're fairly new to them, right?
I am. I've only been with Make-A-Wish for about a year and a half.
And this is the Missouri-Kansas chapter?
Correct. There are 57 chapters of Make-A-Wish, and we are Missouri, Kansas.
And the thing I love about Make-A-Wish is how it started, and who knew at that time that young boy's wish would then change millions of lives.
It's unbelievable. Just in our chapter in Missouri, Kansas, we have granted over 10,350 wishes.
But total is like 500
550-something thousand wishes, yes, since our inception.
The original was a wish of a little boy that wanted to be a firefighter?
Chris wanted to be a policeman.
Policeman.
Yes.
Policeman.
Yes.
And that was that in the 80s?
Yes, like 1980, I think it was.
Again, and from that it became, well, wow, there's other kids that would want to have this.
absolutely.
I'd like to go to this. I'd like to be this.
Yes.
I wish I can, right? There's many things
Exactly.
with
Oh, it's incredible. The different things kids wish for. Wish to go, wish to meet, wish to be. And we try to accommodate, obviously, as best we can, every single one of them.
I do, and I said this at the beginning, and I think this is important because I read this on the site last night, and I do believe that there's a message out there that these kids whose wishes get granted are terminal. That's not always the case.
That's not the case, actually. Only 7 out of 10 kids that we grant wishes for are not terminal.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that they won't have lifelong issues and challenges. But 3 out of 10 are, sadly. And, we never like to see what we have to refer to as rush wishes, where we have to make sure it gets done. But yeah, so 7 out of 10 are not terminal. So you're right. Yeah.
It's just amazing. So when someone wants to help make these wishes come true, what is the best way? Obviously, donations.
Donations, wish.org/MOCAN. So that's MOKAN for Missouri, Kansas. You can make direct donations there. And volunteering, putting us in contact with folks who are philanthropic. Partnerships like this with the Taste of St. Louis is phenomenal, and we couldn't be more grateful and excited about it.
And so how is this partnership working? When people come to Taste of St. Louis, how are they giving to Make-A-Wish?
Well, Taste of St. Louis has generously offered to donate a portion of their sales to Missouri, Kansas Make-A-Wish chapter. We also will have 100% of all tips. So we are staffing the beverage stations with Make-A-Wish volunteers, and they'll be working really hard all weekend for everybody. And so 100% of the tips, thanks to the Taste of St. Louis, are going to Missouri.
That's incredible.
Kansas.
So, and again, that's why some people are like, oh, should I tip? The answer is yes, 100%
Yes.
tip. Will there be jars that are identifying that this is going to Make-A-Wish?
Yes.
To encourage everyone?
There will be signage. It'll be very clear. We'll have a clear presence there. We'll even have a Make-A-Wish tent. The feather flags will make it super obvious. There'll be some raffle baskets that folks can bid on. We'll be doing some raffles. And like I said, each one of the beverage stations will have a place for cash tips or a QR code you can tip, or you can tip just when you're paying for your drink at the drink stations.
Again, Mike Mattingly with Make-A-Wish Foundation. We're talking about the Taste of St. Louis starting today, 4 p.m. until 10 p.m., continuing throughout the weekend, again, in Clayton. So if you can get out there multiple days, great. You evidently want to go on Saturday because that's when we're going to have goat with FuFu and Sauce.
Yes.
How did the children chosen for these wishes?
The children are referred. I mean, there is a protocol of medical criteria that they have to meet. And so they apply and they go through the process of being approved. And then we, obviously, like we were saying before, the rush wishes go to the front of the line. And then we go through and we accommodate as many as we can. And the thing is, again, I've only been with Make-A-Wish for about a year and a half, but the thing that really got my attention, I'm 55 years old, I've grown up in St. Louis. I even have a wish kid in my family. And there were some things that I didn't know. I didn't realize that every year there's about 700 plus kids that qualify for wishes just in Missouri, Kansas. and that's way too many kids.
Yes.
And the thing that really put me over the edge is there's between 200 and 250 of them that we cannot afford to pay for.
Oh, wow.
So we
need your help.
really do need your help. So we're kind of a small local chapter with this big recognizable and trusted name. So when you see Make-A-Wish, if I could press a button and kind of reprogram everyone's mind and have you think of us as a small local thing that really does need your help,
Yes.
I would do that.
Again, Make-A-Wish Foundation, they've been doing incredible work worldwide, but the Missouri, Kansas location, we love to help out those, again, in our area or in our proximity, again, in Missouri and Kansas. And you want to be able, as you said, Mike, to be able to say, you want to wish? Granted, let's do it. But again, that requires you to help out. Make donations directly to them. Come to the Taste of St. Louis. A portion of the proceeds from the taste, and then 100% of the tips that you give. So tip heavy. So it goes to help them. Before we taste, and again, we're talking about FuFu and Sauce, fried plantains, some black-eyed peas.
It smells amazing.
It smells amazing. Again, this you can get at Taste of St. Louis or on their website. FuFu and Sauce curry. The flavors from West Africa, very different probably from some curry that you've had. Is there a wish that stands out in your mind in the last year and a half that just blows you away?
Well, I'll give you two quick ones. One, this sweet little girl named Veronica, who is will be using a wheelchair for her entire life. She wanted a space for her and her friends that was kind of designed for them to be able to go in and do arts and crafts and read books and just be a normal kid. And so our community came together in a really cool way. This is one of my first experiences, so it was kind of neat to see how folks volunteered their time and their services to build Veronica this she shed that was amazing, and it had everything you could possibly imagine. And so it was really cool to see her come and see that for the first time and have all that friends. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yes.
And then the things the kids ask for is it tears your heart out. One of the first things, I was at the Make-A-Wish office, and this was before I actually signed on, and I noticed a closet full of Macy's bags that were all portioned out, and I had to ask Steph, the COO, about that, and she said, well, one of our wish kids, his wish was to, when he was in the hospital having treatments, he thought that the sheets and pillows weren't very comfortable. And so he wanted to go around to every sick kid, as many as possible, and deliver like really nice, comfortable pillows and sheets and stuff. So he spent his wish on other kids.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
It's tough for me to get, I'm actually pretty pleased with myself
I heard it
to get through that.
your voice.
Yeah.
So his wish is to pay it forward to others.
To other kids. Wow.
Oh my God, you just give me chills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is why we want to help.
That got to me. Yep. That's why I'm here.
Exactly. And that's the passion that you have to wake up every morning going, we get to fulfill more wishes.
Yeah.
So Make-A-Wish Foundation, one more time, Mike, tell them where to find you.
Wish.org/MoCan. That's MOKAN for Missouri, Kansas.
And then they will be heavily represented again at Taste of St. Louis this weekend. So get out and support, have incredible food, learn about wonderful culture, the camaraderie and community, and then again, a whole aspect of giving back. So, all right, how are we going to taste?
We are gonna taste.
How's
We
this
need
over here? Is
to.
this done?
Yes, that should be done.
Okay.
Let me check the salt.
You
Check
check.
the salt first before I get you going.
Because every good chef has to taste.
Absolutely.
There we go. Now
Absolutely.
we're putting that
Sprinkle,
in.
sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
You guys sprinkle, sprinkle.
That's like a song. Sprinkle,
Season- it does
sprinkle,
sound like
little.
it.
Oh
It's
no,
catchy.
that's not right. It's our new song. All right, we're gonna taste, folks.
We're gonna taste. We're gonna
bring
taste.
Everybody back
Yes,
in
yes,
to
yes,
taste,
yes,
and
yes.
We're gonna let our team taste as well. By the way, I want to thank Mary Beth Marshall and Zach Kimball behind the cameras today, doing our behind the scenes work as we taste FuFu and Sauce's fried plantains,
Absolutely.
black-eyed peas.
Let me grab some. Oh my
Smells
goodness.
good, so it's time to put it to the taste test.
Yes,
We're
yes,
gonna bring
yes.
Chuck back in. Chuck, Mike, Adjo, myself, we're going to do the taste test. We're going to tell you again all about where you can find them. And before we wrap up, I want to tell you about her amazing fashion. So you'll want to stay tuned for that. Don't go away.
Yes, absolutely.
This lady got me in the best shape of my life. I literally didn't know that I could be in shape like that. But the amount that she pours into her clients, and especially whenever you get the one-on-one training, it's mind-blowing. I mean, it was really life-changing. I learned so much about proper form, about nutrition, about just being able to invest in myself. I hired Monica to be my personal trainer, which was one of the best decisions I've ever made.
And welcome back to a Foodie Friday. We are in our wrap-up of featuring Taste of St. Louis and FuFu and Sauce. Again, if you've never been, we'll let you know on the screen how you can follow FuFu and Sauce, go to their website. Yes. More importantly, come to Taste of St. Louis today, tomorrow, or Sunday, all weekend long in Clayton. Some incredible food from 35 plus restaurants, great mixologists, and the benefiting factor of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Adjo, Mike, as well as Chuck, thank you so much for joining us. And we just played it up so we get a taste what we've been smelling, which is incredible, right?
Smells amazing.
Yeah, this is good.
So we are talking about some of the people here that have never tried plantains.
That would be me.
And that is you.
Yes.
We have.
Coming at you.
Brothers the shout out for the coolest forks I think
I
I've
know,
ever
it's like-
seen.
No, these forks are very
I
cool.
know, I'm like,
It's very
They're
neat.
Forks, the
curved
plates,
and
the
these-
everything.
too fancy for me.
Okay, so since Mike, it's bougie. It's bougie. So Mike never had a plantain.
Waiting on me?
First
All right,
taste-
here we go.
Yes.
I'm going to make you wait.
Is black eyed pea a bean or is it a pea? What is it?
It's a bean.
It's a bean. Okay. They throw you off with the.
It's delicious. My wife teases me because I make this face and she doesn't know if I'm happy or upset.
Right.
It's
That's a
delicious.
happy face?
It's delicious.
That's a happy
good.
face.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And this is completely vegan.
so the black eyed peas are not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
Well,
More pea-like?
maybe more
Wow, that's
more mushy. I guess
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, it depends on how it's cooked.
I'm not a
People-
big fan of beans, but these are. I would eat this every day.
Yeah, so if you overcook black eyed peas, they will get mushy,
Yeah.
almost like pea-like.
Yeah.
Oh my
No, this
gosh,
is
the
good.
flavors in this are
This is excellent.
phenomenal.
So when you're eating when you're eating the black eyed pea, because we use that curry, what I really like about our FuFu and Sauce curry, it highlights notes, right? Based on what's in there. So because of the freshness of the pepper, you can taste a little bit of the ginger. You can taste the cardamom. You can even taste the sweet notes of the anise, pairing with the plantains as you chew them.
And
So
nothing is
that's
overpowering.
and nothing is overpowering.
Beautiful blend.
And that's what I love about our curry. I like the baseline of it. I don't want to force you into spicy.
Yeah.
I don't want
No,
to
this is
force
great.
you into sweet. I don't want
Mike's
to.
like, yum,
I'm
yum,
sorry.
yum.
You guys keep talking.
Talking, Adjo. Yummy.
I'm busy.
Once again, before we wrap up,
Yes.
because this is yet another thing that she and I connect on. Tell everybody about your fashion side.
Oh my
and how they
goodness.
can find that.
Yes. So I own Tribe 228,
Yes.
which is African fashion, kind of the dresses that I'm wearing.
Love it.
We do customs. We also do ready to wear. We are on Tribe 228, like a tribe. 228 because my country code is 228. And so it's a nod to my home country of Togo. So tribe228.com, that's where you'll find the fashion. And you can contact us via that if you want to do customs, because we are known for our customs. We fit some pretty important people here in St. Louis, including our friend Tammy. But we've been in Dillard's and other stores as well for Euros, Black Creative, and
Yes.
Lulu. 2 to 3 years in a row. We've exhibited in different locations in St. Louis. So FuFu and Sauce has taken a lot of time away from the fashion for me, but fashion has always been my first passion.
Well, come
FuFu
on.
has been feeding the people,
Yes. But
yes,
the events
yes.
that really blend it all together are festivals,
Yes.
food, fashion, friendship, right?
Yes,
All the
yes.
they all come
Community.
together. Yes.
Community.
So, I love bespoke. You all know that. Bespoke wear, custom. So I need her. Don't you all agree to make something for me?
Yes.
So you and I.
Yes, absolutely.
You and I need to combine.
We're
them.
gonna get together. We're gonna come up with a design, and
see
we're
these shoes
absolutely.
she's got on.
Oh
These
my!
are really cool.
We'll make sure that you see them in some capacity.
We
All
need
right,
to
one more time.
hop on
Taste
this.
of St. Louis.
Yes.
4 p.m. starting today through 10 p.m. tonight. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Sunday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Again, if you know where the Justus Center is in Clayton, just go
Yes.
right around there, and you will find all of it. Just start smelling as you roll the window
There you
down,
go.
And
Oh,
then
yeah.
let your nose lead
Oh, yeah.
you through the way. FuFu and Sauce, be sure to check them out.
Yes.
And tip like crazy
Yes.
to benefit Make-A-Wish Foundation. All of you, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Greatly
having
appreciate
us.
it. And by the way, I
Yes.
always ask you, is there a restaurant, a chef, a festival that you would like for us to feature? Shoot me an email, info@TheRealMonicaAdams.com, and let's bring them on a future Foodie Friday. Thank you so much. More of The Real Monica Adams Show to come. All right, welcome back. Did you enjoy that? She was so much fun. And again, I cannot wait for that fashion. Tribe228.com. I dropped in the website. I also dropped in a lot of pages for you to follow. I love that food. I mean, she gave me some extra to take home and I was going to give it to Jim, but I'm like, nope, this is mine. So if you can get a chance to go out today, tomorrow, Sunday, again, support Taste of St. Louis and more importantly, support the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So again, Chuck and Mike and Adjo, thank you so much for being our guest on this Foodie Friday. It truly has become one of my all-time favorite segments of the last 2.5 years. I'm just loving this. I'm a big foodie, first of all, and loving all the different cuisines. So yeah, do me a favor right now, drop in if you have a guest or a topic that you would like for us to feature on a future show, a future Foodie Friday or a fitness segment. We will put those in for you. Now, normally we would put fitness into today's show, but as you can see, we've run out of time a little bit. So I'm going to save what I taped for you for next week, and we'll put it into either the Wellness Wednesday or our Fitness Friday. We will be featuring Angie Hess from Spas and More coming up again next week. And in fact, she said, Monica, I would love for you to follow my fitness journey. You've seen her on the show with us, and she's super excited. She's been using the swim spa at Spas and More, which again, they've got so much that they have there for you. The swim spa, the hot tubs, you can do the contrast therapy, which I think is super cool with the goats. Yes, the sweaty goat, that's the sauna, or you can get in the chili goat, which is the cold plunge, which a lot of people love to do, the contrast therapy. And you can get all of that at Spas and More. Angie, again, can't wait to follow your health journey. So she'll be on with us next week. We've got some really cool, we've got an Olympian coming on next week. We've got a professional football player, not a guy, but a girl. Did you know that there are 6 national championships with slam? Do you even know about slam? We're going to talk about them on Monday. We're going to talk to a woman who just retired after her 16-year career as a star running back. So that's Monday's show with Taylor. And then on Tuesday, we have again an Olympian and a Taekwondo instructor getting a little fitness involved. We'll talk again about the fitness journey with Angie Hess on Wednesday. We've got Wet Your Whistle back at Defiance Ridge Vineyards. We have Positive Talk Time with the doggies right on cue with Jessica. And then we'll do another Foodie Friday. Not sure who we're featuring next week, so that's still up in the air. We've got a couple of chefs and restaurants that I'm in talks with. So yeah, let me know. We did promise you that I was going to do a giveaway in today's show. So I'm going to do that before we wrap up, and we'll bring the faith into play as well. All right. So for all of you that are on, the best of luck to you. I told you that if you wanted to be in the drawing, to just drop a comment in early on. I did see a couple of that said, yes, Dan Davis, you're in. Carol Matrisi, we've got you in as well. Anybody else that wants to be in a future drawing for a 1-year membership to the wonderful Crunch Fitness, all you have to do is drop a comment in or shoot me an email and say, Monica, I heard it was that easy. That's all I have to do is say I'm in. Yes, that's all you have to do. And I'll put you in the drawing. So it'll carry over if by chance you don't win in that particular month. So again, we've given away one to Michael Gray, another to Cindra Smith. And today, congratulations to Jennifer Bonacorsi. Jennifer, you are the month of August winner, and you get a chance to go and explore which one do you want to train with. I believe she's out in St. Charles County, so she can maybe go to St. Peter's. If you're in West County, you can go to Baldwin. If you are in Florissant, that is the other location, and more to come. I think there's going to be 12 locations total over the next year and a half. So we love it. Crunch Fitness, thank you so much for being a part of our sponsorship, one of many of our sponsors, and the sponsors keep coming and coming. Check them out right there below. I always want to give them a thanks to Spas and More, Grade Works LLC, also Crunch Fitness, Just Pools, Slyman Brothers Appliances, Yuppie Puppy Pet Spa, Defiance Ridge Vineyards, Dot Fleshman Real Estate Agent, and our latest is JG Optimal Wellness on our Medical Mondays every other Monday. We have some announcements about some more that are joining us, and we'll make those announcements for you next week. I also want you to join us. I'd love to see you on August 27th, 11 o'clock in the morning. It's our next Mobile Monica, and it will be with Miller Furniture. I just ran by the Lake St. Louis location yesterday. They have multiple locations. We will be on the 27th at the Fairview Heights, the big warehouse showroom, but you can also stop by Lake St. Louis, Ellisville, Belleville, Illinois, and this is the greatest time. We are going to be getting furniture from them for our great room. So it's 98-year anniversary sale. 98 years in business. Amazing. The St. Louis area's most complete selection of flex steel that's tax-free right now on $8 million of their in-stock furniture, or you can do 60 months, 0% interest. So you make the choice of what works for you. And by the way, they have indoor and they have outdoor furniture. So I know we're wrapping up summer, but it would probably be a great idea for you to stock up on what you need for next week. Rose said, everyone have a blessed and safe weekend. That was a fun Foodie Friday. Thank you, Stephanie. Darn, I'll be in Minnesota. Oh, dang it. We would have loved to have seen you. Michelle said, I love Foodie Friday. Chef Tyler, we'd love to have you on a segment. Yes, there are so many people that I would love to feature. We're in talks with Annie Guns, Chef Rook, who I've known for a long, long time, as well as the owner of the restaurant and the sommelier of the restaurant, who at Glenn I've known for a long, long time. So Annie Guns, Kevin Nashin, who owns Sydney Street Cafe, as well as Peacemaker. He's going to be coming on the show the first week of September. We hope Ty Davis is doing better. That's who we were supposed to feature this week, but he got ill. So he will hopefully be coming up very soon. And again, more and more restaurants that we're in talks with. Okay, folks, I love to bring faith in, and it's right at 8 o'clock. So it's time to wrap up. For all of you that are wanting a fitness segment, it's coming for you next week. It'll be on your legs. I did a really good one that I filmed, and so that will be next week for you. If there is a body part that you would like for me to cover in a future fitness segment, please let me know. Again, just shoot me a message and I will film that for you. Okay. Better yet, I'd love to see you at a Crunch Fitness. So stop by, maybe get a pass, maybe a 2-3 day pass for the weekend, try them out and say, hey, I want to join, because it really is one of the most incredible gyms. All right, folks, it is. Jesus listens, and he is. Sovereign God, help me to lead the life that you've assigned me and to be content. I need to beware of comparing my situation with someone else's. Boy, isn't that true? Feeling dissatisfied because of the comparison. I realize it's also hurtful to compare my current circumstances with how things used to be, or with fantasies that bear a little resemblance to reality. Instead, I must make every effort to accept as my calling the life you've assigned to me. This perspective takes the sting out of painful and difficult circumstances. If you have called me to a situation, I know you'll give me everything I need to endure it, and even to find some joy in the midst of it all. So please train my mind to trust your sovereign ways. Boy, did I need to hear this one today. With me, bowing before your mysterious, infinite intelligence. I need to search for you in the details of my day, all the while looking expectantly for good to emerge from the trouble. I'm learning to accept things the way they are without losing hope for a better future. Boy, you're talking to me today big time. And I rejoice in the hope of heaven, knowing that indescribably joyful life is my ultimate calling. I started the show by saying I can't thank you all enough for what you provided to me yesterday. It was a rough one. I got to say, about a 2 to 3 hour funk. I was so frustrated yesterday morning. By the way, if you don't know, I took the shows off of all the platforms yesterday because of all the technical issues that were happening and just the amount of work that was put into it. But you all did exactly what I asked on every show. You showed me so much kindness. Wasn't asking for compliments, wasn't looking for affirmation, but the kindness that you all showed, that did it for me. And that's going to carry me through the next several days into the weekend as we get ready for, again, a big week ahead. Some exciting things to come and more sponsors to tell you about. Would love to know if you have a location, a festival, a business that you would love for us to have on a future mobile Monica. Shoot me an email for that as well. As we get ready to get into fall and get into winter, I'd love to explore new places in and around Missouri and Illinois. Maybe it's a gas tank away, maybe, a 2-3 hour drive. We can do these travel takeover shows. Where will the next one be? Not sure, but I would love to leave it up to you and your ideas. So do me a favor right now, share, make sure you're liking and following our page. There are a lot of friends and family members that swear they follow my page, and I look and it shows that they're not. So make sure you just click the follow button so you get notified when we go on live. And every morning we're here for you to provide what you've asked, and that is hope inspiration, light, joy, starting your day on the right foot. Again, have a wonderful weekend. Maybe go to Taste of St. Louis or go to the Foodies First Festival down at the Trust Building. Remember, we featured them a couple of weeks ago. A lot going on. Whatever you do, remember to get out of your own way, introduce yourself to somebody new, and show them the greatest thing, which is kindness, right? Be kind. God bless. I'll see you Monday morning.